Hi again, everybody. I'm Jack Moore, along with Dalton Miller. City's treasurer. Tim's here. Tim, beyond us. Did I get that right? Beyond me. Beyond me. Did he hear? Hi, Tim. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good stuff. Tim's a volunteer tonight. Andrew's on the camera. He can't talk. He's trying to follow the game. And I said, there's Peterson!
8 seconds into the game, Jack.
That's the way to start a hockey game.
Beau Parlant may not be too far away.
Jason Flick, the starting goaltender, folks, and John Martin for the Cubs. And 8 seconds into the game, Chuck Reed scored. Craig Brown not in the lineup tonight for the Cubs. He's suspended. Tim Carter back in the lineup tonight for the Cubs.
Call up from the Lions, I guess, eh? Yeah.
Watching the warm-up and I saw number 12 skating around and I had to sort of refocus there. So the Cubs are on top 1-0. 8 seconds in, Krieger scores a goal for the Cubs. Johnson for Sudbury gets it up to center, slides it out into the Cubs zone. John Smith picking it up.
Time to go, 8 seconds. That's Jeff Krieger from Hardy Loach.
Hardy Loach picks it up. Smith chasing it down into his own zone, and that's like against Sudbury. I guess you can't even draw it up on the chalkboard in the dressing room like that, how can you?
I guess you better mark it as a shot on goal, eh, Jack? I haven't done that yet.
That has to be the quickest goal we've seen here. Not sure, is it? I don't
It's quick as I've seen, that's for sure. Sometimes I'm not even here at this time of the game.
You almost missed that goal. 8 seconds. Jet on the draw for the Cubs. Again, to the French Bobo. Burnham. Facing over on the far side with Mike Henry. John Scott comes to the corner. Andy Burnham goes in there, takes a puck. Puck comes free. Jet. Burnham to Scott in front of the stick. George keeps it in at the line. Long shot right on. Flick makes the save and it's cleared out to center. Icing again against Sudbury.
Hey. Pretty weak icing call, I think. But 2 guys could have touched that one. And in the event, those are the guys getting paid to make those decisions.
That's right.
Who are we to second guess them every week?
Oh, we didn't second guess it the last year.
No, that's right. That's right.
Gave them a break.
Gave him a break.
Pair of 9s on the draw. Sean Genevieve. Corner in the Sudbury zone. There's a long pass up the middle. Cut off by Joel. Shot into the Sudbury zone. Six to Sudbury around the boards. Carter couldn't get a stick on it. Micheludi, a long shot way wide of the net, turns all the way out to center. Here's Brown for the Cubs. Let one go right on. Look, stops it. Shot for Cubs will change. John Smith picking it up. Tim Severus trying to get loose. Back into the Cubs zone it goes, chasing it in there, Sean Smith. Against Trevor Swain, they go to the corner. Julian Cote, or rather...
Andrew Welsh.
Andrew Welsh, yeah. Forgot about him. He went on vacation for a couple of weeks and I forgot about him. Pumping his man on the far side. Here comes Krieger, the goal scorer, to Sudbury. All by himself, and there's the Cubs team. Burnham racing in there for the bench. Code in around 9 minutes goes. This is just trying to catch up to it. Door left cleared away. Major from the blue line, and he blasted it wide. Code racing up to keep it in, and it bounces out to center. Intercepting that pass, and it's coming out to center by John Johnson. Sure. Not getting too far for Jets, cleared down the ice, and that's icing. That's third icing in the first 5 minutes of the game.
The Cubs putting a lot of pressure on the controlling the puck and throwing the play out around center ice area, and then putting the puck into the Sudbury zone. Some good work down there by Sean Scott to keep control of the puck. He centered it out, or I guess it was Andy Burnham actually that sent it out through the crease, and nobody was there. The Cubs get 3 shots on goal, and the Nickel Capitals have 0.
Yeah, the Cubs carried the play right from the top of the puck. Carter in there after it. Tried to play it back. Taken there by Bridges. Carter. Galudi taking it past that center. Drops it. The line it comes. There's a shot off the stick. Poitras on the far side. Couldn't control it. Enemy tips it out and to center. Lost it down. Nice pass over to Carter into the line. Back to Enemy. Here's the shot. Oh, a nice glove save there by Jason Fleck. He just flicked out that glove.
It was a little bit of a flick shot by Denny too. Face-off will be deep in the Sudbury zone to the left of goaltender Jason Flick. He's played in a total of 9 games this year. Goals against average of 3.18, very respectable for this league.
Behind his net. Skated up. Marty Loach takes the pass up center. Krieger with him. Here's Krieger walking right in, and he's blasted right on. And Flick stopped that. Boy, that hole just opened right up. Vic dumps it in for Sudbury. Marty Loach. Krieger. Both picking it up along the board. Here's it back the other way. Virginia up the line. Breaking up that play. Welch. Major. Here's Cook to Sudbury. Just gets rid of it. Cote for the cup. Drop shot. Leg. Perio for Sudbury. Into the boards. It's loose. There's a quick shot. And a nice save there by Chad Marshall off the stick of Cobro. Scott. He's got Forget breaking up the middle. There's the pass. It was a little behind him. He gets it up to it. It's cleared away. Ontario. For Sudbury. Dumps it in. John Scott gets it to Forget. Here's Carter chasing the puck into the Sudbury zone. It's tied up, trying to get loose. And it's cleared away. Andrew Ashcroft, long pass up on the wing to Terrio. He's got Gobro with him. There's the pass. And he blasted it wide. Gobro in front again. Backhand shot. Oh, what a save by Chad Marshall there as he stuck out. Like another save. Right in front. They bang away at it. And he keeps it out. And Major flattens his man behind the net. Sudbury with some pressure here. There's a shot that goes wide. Johnson keeps it in. Cleared right in on goal, and Marshall's going to freeze that. Boy, that was great goaltending by Chad Marshall in that sequence.
Cubs a little bit running around a little bit there in their own end, and
made about 3 or 4 real big saves there in that one.
Well, I thought one of them hit the post, but he stuck his leg out. I don't know. It might have been his toe. I'm not sure. But it was pretty dark. It was close to going in, whatever the hell it hit. The face-off be deep in the Cub zone to the left of Marshall right now. Oh, definitely, definitely. He's showing why he's wearing that number 1.
Into the middle of Krieger. He's got the Bears with him.
Shoot it.
It's a backhand pass. It's stopped by Fleck. And back comes Sudbury. LaShawn lets it go. Kicked away by Marshall. Royale. In the corner to Loach. Gets it up to the Bears. Royale knocks it down. Bears picks it up and it flicks it high in the air to center. Loach goes down. Here's Krieger. And delay on the offside, but they call it.
That was flicked high again, eh, Jack? That's coming right into your vocabulary tonight.
You know.
I hope the guy next week isn't it called Bozo. So face-off be outside the Sudbury blue line. Be Jason Frigette with Sean Scott and Andy Burnham. On defense, we got Andrew Welsh and Sean Smith.
12:18 to go here in period number 1. The Cubs leading 1-0 on that play by Krieger at the 8-second mark. He's had a couple of other really good chances. So here's Forget picking up a loose puck and blanks it wide. There's a centering pass. Burnham moving from there. Michael frees it.
You were going to say flicked it wide, weren't you?
No way. I'll never say that again.
2 good chances there. The Cubs with Krieger just the last shift, and now Frigette sneaking in there with 2 good chances for shots on goal, and neither one end up being a shot on goal. They got to close games like this, 1-0. They got to capitalize on those ones.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen the Listener Cubs dominate the Sudbury Capitals team.
Oh, yeah.
They're dominating them.
Well, shots on goal are 6-5.
Oh, they're in.
Yeah.
They're carrying the play.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Sudbury did have that one flurry there, and that shift where they had their good chances. Welch, he stayed on his feet. Terrio has to go off the stick, and Frigette has it for the Cubs. It's by his man. Carter can't keep it in. Welch at it, and that's offside.
Face-off, they're calling that an intentional offside, Jack, so face-off coming way down into the Cub zone.
And Greg Brown sitting out this game, I guess that was from a little scuffle he had on Sunday in the third period. I guess
he was
that's the rule if you get the fight in the third.
Yeah, in the last 10 minutes of the game, But, like, the other guy had a hold of his mask, yanking it on him, and what was he supposed to do?
I didn't think it was much of a fight, to be honest with you.
Well, they had to call the other guy for grabbing the face mask. There's no doubt about that. But I thought that the Brownie kind of got took there a little bit.
Carter just flattened the Sudbury player in behind the net. There's a puck flicked high in the air, and Eric Cancel almost caught that in the head.
Just about got him in the ductwork.
He's breathing a sigh of relief right now.
He's okay. He's got his daughter there to protect him.
I noticed he sort of grabbed her. Just kidding, Eric. Don't come after us. We don't really mean it. That pass off the enemy stick. Now the defenseman missing his enemy on the back end. And Flick stopped it. And Flick comes the left leg. And boy, he stopped that one. Johnson's pass by everybody down the ice. Micheludi in there after. Marshall plays it around the net. Sure. Gets into the line, not out. Johnson will keep it in. Sure will try his luck again. Off the board, down to the center zone, and all that ice.
Not a bad move by Majori. Probably saw that his partner Julien Cote had broken his stick in that little bang up in the corner over there, so he's got the icing call, so they get 2 guys out there with sticks in their hands. A lot easier game to play that way. Although some of the old timers in the tournament last weekend, they are pretty good with their feet too.
Yeah. And I heard Larry Paymont ref the game and was breaking for the net on every play, going to the middle.
Well, he thought he was, nobody called offside on him. He loved every second of it. He was offside half the time even then. 10-10 left here in the period. Cubs leading 1-0.
Plays it back in behind the net. Overguard gets it to Joyelle. Off a leg to Loach, and Rieger gets it up to center, takes a heavy hit. Bounced off the boards. That's out. Marty Loach. Into the middle. Over the line. There's the swinging goal. Goaltender was screamed all the way on that one.
Should never have went in though, Jack. That was from well out. It wasn't even one of Tim's patented boomers. He must have saw a hole and threaded it. So that'll be Safiris from Loach, and the defenseman I think that moved it up was Luke Joyelle. So that's what I think that shot to be.
The Cubs are up 2-0. Rieger and Safiris, the goal scorers here in the first period.
You look for the goal, scored by number 14, Tim Safiris. He's this one to number 15, Marty Loach. And also to number 4, Luke Joyelle. Shot to goal, 10 minutes, 25 seconds.
10:25, Safiris from Loach.
That's Tim Safiris from Marty Loach and Luke Joyelle. 10:25.
I thought it was at 9:35. This guy can subtract.
Yeah, he's good. He's professional. He was trained by the best, though, as we said before.
Yeah, Disco Drake.
Disco Drake taught him everything he knows. You should know what's going on. I see he's got a new helper in there this week, Daryl Finesse.
What are his qualifications, I'd like to know?
Well, he's reffed the odd game here.
Oh, has he?
Well, he was on the ice with the hard man. I'll leave the rest up to you.
No.
Here's Burnham trying to get by his man. There's that backhand shot. And that just shot on the front side. Burnham off the heel of the stick. Gets the ball behind the net. Forget can't come up with it. And we have a penalty coming up here.
Captain, number 20. Andrew Ashcroft heading for the penalty box. I don't know what the call is going to be there. He gave Jason Frazetta a little bit of a shot after he had shot the puck away. High sticking is going to be the call. 8:44 left in the period. Cubs leading 2-0. They send out Sean Denemy along with Dave Brown and Tim Carter. Up front and on defense we got Greg Major and Julien Cote.
To number 20, Andrew Ashcroft. 2 minutes, high sticking. Child the penalty, 11 minutes, 16 seconds. That's Ashcroft. 2 minutes, high sticking, 11 and 16.
Major left it off the line. Rebound. Carter trying to get a stick on it. Denemy with the puck. Looking in front, gets it back to Major. The shot. And that was deflected wide. Deloge in the corner trying to freeze it, comes loose. Johnson rifles it around behind the net. That funny bounce off the board. Comes up to center. Carter. Short. For Brown. Brown's got Denny going to the net. There's a shot. Rebound. And Denny couldn't get a stick on it. Then it's cleared out. 1:18 left in the Cub power play. 7:59 to go in the first period. The Cubs lead it 2-0. Denemy. Cubs trying to get organized here.
Minute and 2 seconds left in the penalty.
And that's going back out to center. Cote back to center. Pierce on the ice now with Krieger. Coach going to the net again. Center it. And the Pierce was checked in. Shot on goal. Krieger to Major. Last one wide. Loach. Krieger. And that shot went wide. John can't get it out. Oh, no. Off the heel of Major's stick. 20 seconds left in the Scott power play. Here, couldn't get it over to Loach. George. Back from Cote. And two line back. That power play will be over in 1 second.
Cubs taking a little long to get set up there. To move up, defense were moving the puck back and forth and back and forth. The wingers were up too far. Defense were behind the blue line, wingers over the red line. It doesn't work. 6:45 left here in the first period. Cubs leading 2-0. Got a real good play there in that last play by Krieger that shoved it across to Tim Sapiris, but he couldn't click with it.
Yeah, he was being checked. Cubs on the attack again. Penalty from Sudbury is over. That Scott is behind the net. And the net comes off. So we're going to whistle with 6:25 to go in the first period. Cubs leading at 2-0. Jeff Krieger at 8 seconds from Loach, and then Spears from Loach and Doyle at 10:25 goal scored.
Face off deep in the Sudbury zone to the left of goaltender Jason Flick. Stephen Gallo is in on the face-off, pair of 19s against Jason Forget, although Forget's going to leave the zone right now and send in Sean Scott.
And he'll do the same thing as he did.
Well, they dropped it. I don't know if he did.
Either way it works. Down at center. Doyle. He's checked. Puck's loose. There's a backhand shot towards the net, cleared away. Doyle cleared it up. Scott didn't see it. Oh, there's a funny shot that went off a hand or an arm or something and dropped down, and Marshall had to stop it. Had to be alert on that play.
Cubs defenseman there, Luke Joyal, was going back a little bit lackadaisically and ended up costing the Cubs for a shot on goal. I heard the coach, Dana Dodge, yell, Luke. I guess he was a little late.
Here's Brown taking that pass now, drops it for Denemy. Carter going to the net. Puck is there. Check and gets pick on it. Welch cranks one, and that just missed. All the way out the center it comes. Sean Smith. Off the boards for Brown. For Denemy. Rolls into the Sudbury zone. Carter couldn't catch up to it. Brown tried to keep it in the line, but it's still out.
One thing, the Cubs defense tonight are getting lots of shots away. I haven't seen the defense get that many chances lately, but tonight they're really setting them up well and getting some good shots. The last shift at power play there, Major had two real good ones, three actually. Two were right on the ice that were right there for deflections, and as you know, Jack, he can smoke them and get a chance to deflect them. It's tough for a goaltender.
We haven't seen this year is one of those times when he just moves up, crosses the blue line, and rips one
Yeah.
home. He can do it. Sudbury having trouble getting out of their own zone. The Cubs seem to be right on top of Krieger. Oh, not deflected, and just missed, and the net comes off. Every time Krieger touches the puck in this period, he seems to have an open path to the net. Just walks right in.
Some days you wish you'd stay in bed, other days it's great to be up.
He's having a great first period. He could have about 4 or 5 goals in this period.
Yeah. And he also set up Tim Sapiris a couple of times there, so it's not as if he's not moving the puck around.
No. Must be that when they see him coming, an imposing figure coming up the ice, they just get out of the way.
Such a blur. He's a blur. say Bull Parlay isn't too far away right now, Jack. Good restraint here and not pulling them out right now.
And the Cubs.
Tim Seferis Bulls, both of them. And well, all 3 goals tonight right on the ice.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
I think if there was anybody out there that doubted the Cubs were for real, you can forget that. They are for real.
Your listening score scored by number 14, Tim Zaviris. The assist was to number 15, Marty Floach. And also to number 21, Jeff Krieger. Time for 15 minutes, 1 second. That's Tim Zaviris from Marty Floach and Jeff Krieger. 15:01.
Cubs getting a penalty here. I think it's going to be number 4, Luke Choyal, by the way. Referee Scott Poirier is looking. It looks like slashing call. At 4:35 left in the first period. Sudbury short end of a 3-0 score.
Coach was just giving Jason Flick some flack there, so I think he's okay now. He's going back in the net. He'll be all right.
Well, I think we'll have to wait and see on that prognosis, Mr. Morton.
I couldn't resist it. What the heck? So, Sudbury on the power play, trailing 3-0. That last couple goals, the Bears and most of the leaders on one. So Jeff Krieger
15 minutes, 25 seconds. That's Luke
there's a shot that goes wide of the net. Vic.
15:25.
If Vic ever gives it to Flick, I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
Dick? This guy's a nephew to a local lawyer, Dick Grant, you know?
Flick just gave it to Vic.
Yeah, I guess they want you to leave, Jack. It's icing.
The pass was behind Micheludi, and that's icing, and things not going Sudbury's way in this period.
Jamie Vick wondering why that was a call. He said, gee, they could have had that, but apparently linesmen don't agree with him. Face-off's going to come way back into Sudbury zone here now. Sean Denemy will be on the draw for the Cubs against Steve Gallo.
We don't have any lineups, so I had to write that in.
I hope it's right.
Jeff said the machine's not working.
Ah.
That's why I left you that, but you have to search for the number.
Yeah.
That's
I like them when they're in order.
Makes it much easier. Cubs doing a good job killing off this penalty so far. Enemy shoots it down the ice after Brown checked his man and stole the puck away. Brown in the 14. There's only one Brown playing tonight, so we can just say Brown.
There. It sounds good to me.
George taking that loose puck and firing it back into the Sudbury zone. 56 seconds left in the Sudbury power play. 3:29 to go in the period. Cubs steal it again. Here's Brown trailing, firing. And the save by Jason Flick, and he hangs on. Good
play by Sean Denemy in there to anticipate that little pass behind the net and move it out in front for young Dave Brown. So they're going to stay out. The Cubs change the defensive pairings. They send out Sean Smith along with Julien Cote. Oh, I can't talk now. That's a good song, Jack. An awful lot of guys thrown out of the face-off circle in the Liskard. I don't know. Cub brass tell me that it's not that way at out-of-town rinks, so I don't know what the heck it is.
You want me to comment?
Well, Sean Denemy's getting a penalty for interference, for tripping.
Get by Cote. Cubs touch it, and there's the call. Tripping.
Sean knew what was coming. As soon as he knocked the guy down, he looked over at the referee and the arm was up. Sean said, uh-oh.
Two-man advantage for Sudbury for the next 31 seconds. If they're ever going to get back in this game, it's going to be now, I think.
Face-off lead deep in the Cub zone. They send out Jeff Krieger to try and kill off this penalty, along with Major and Rivard on defense.
way Krieger's going, he'll probably score short-handed here.
Sudbury might as well pull her goalie too.
Yeah.
Visitors penalty to number 9, Sean Dinaway. 2 minutes tripping. Time of penalty 16 minutes 54 seconds. Sean Dinaway, 2 minutes tripping. 16:54.
Johnson for Sudbury gets it into Goldbro. Ashcroft has the puck now. Goldbro back for Ashcroft. Point it comes to Sakalaris right on, and Marshall stops that. Johnson has it. Over to Sakalaris. They score! Terrio standing at the side of the net. Power play goal for Sudbury.
They're very patient with that time that they had there, Jack. They moved the puck around, didn't hurry their shots. And that defenseman got the pass. He didn't look for a big shot on goal. He looked to get a shot in near the goal and was stopped in there and redirected. And Marshall, and although he got a piece of it, he just about had it actually.
And there was 6 seconds left on that first penalty, so they still have a power play over minute 35. Wayne Terry was scoring on the power play with a 2-man advantage to give Sudbury their first goal of the game.
Sudbury's goal was scored by number 3, Wayne Terrio.
Chance now for Sudbury. The Capitals still on the power play. Menudo tried to keep it in, couldn't, so he's getting it over by goal.
17 minutes
with it again.
17 seconds. As Wayne Terrio
Gets it to O'Shaughnessy. Looks one in on goal, and Marshall stops it. Hangs on.
Shots on goal are only 11 for the Cubs and 10 for Nickel Capitals. Cara Capitals, I should say, not Nickel Capitals. It used to be Nickel Capitals.
There's Stefanuto rifling one, a hit skate. And Scott gets it out to Bourget. Jason Bourget, get over the Sudbury line. Walks around his man, right in. Oh, and was Scott took a swipe at it, the net was empty. Somehow he missed, and back comes Sudbury. They're on the power play. LaChance over the line. Dumps it in, right out in front. Welsh loses it. Vic throws it in. Takes a funny bounce, and it's cleared away. Nicoludi. He couldn't do anything with it. Vic turns, fires back to the top line. 24 seconds left in the Sudbury power play. Battle along the boards in front of the players' benches. Penalty coming up here. Sudbury's going to get it.
Sudbury, number 22, heading to the box here with 1:13 left in the period. 7 seconds left in the Cub penalty to Sean Denemy. 22, Peter Stefanuto. 2 minutes for high stiffing. Cubs have a 3-1 lead here. They send out Jeff Krieger, the scoring machine, along with Dave Brown. On defense, they got Luke Joyelle and young Claude Rivard.
They couldn't keep it in. Well, Krieger has it now.
Sudbury's penalty number 22, Peter Stefanuto. 2 minutes high sticking.
Cubs on the power play now, Jack.
Get it out.
Peter Stefanuto, high sticking. 18:47.
Point, just wide. Off the Rivard stick. Cleared to center. 40 seconds left in the period. Cubs on the power play. Rivard across to Joyelle. Back to Rivard inside the line and bring it out. Plays it in. Cranked around behind the Sudbury goal by Henry. Here. Henry turns and fires it back out. 10 seconds left in the period.
Nope. Face off on the puck went over the boards. See, when the linesman goes over to the penalty box and comes back with a puck, that's usually a pretty good sign.
Yeah, just watching the referee.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The shots were
12 for Cubs and 10 for Sudbury Cara Capitals. Started out a lot quicker than that on the Cubs' favor, but Sudbury came back.
And the penalties to a piece of the period. The goal scores for the Cubs, Krieger with 1, Pierce with 2, and for Sudbury, Wayne Terrio. So the Cubs lead at 3-1 after 1. We'll be back with period 2 right after this.
Santa Claus, North Pole, H-O-H-O-H-O, Canada. Hey, that's ho ho ho. If you write to Santa Claus, he'll write back. Wow.
Ho, ho, ho. Another letter for Santa. Time to write back to my little friends. My dear little friend, thank you for your kind letter. It means me
Hey, it's from Santa. See, I told you he'd write back. Oh,
Santa Claus, North Pole, H-O-H-O-H-O, Canada.
Period number 2. Jack Morton with Alvin Willard, and Denise Crapers on the camera, and Tim and Andrew are here, and a cast of thousands.
We have to sing?
Yeah. Cubs with a 3-1 lead and on the power play to start this period, and they're on the attack. Pierce looking for the hat trick, throws it in front. Krieger on the far side, can't keep it in, it's cleared down the ice. 16 seconds left in the Cub man advantage. Smith for the Cubs behind the net, setting up. And that pass gets by everybody to center. Here's Krieger picking up the loose puck. He has to turn at the line. Stefanuto out of the penalty box, and
That was almost too many men on it.
yeah, almost there. I thought maybe when the whistle blew, that's what they were going to do, is call it, but
Face off is just like inside the blue line. Still going with this. Guess he put his jacket on from the front.
yeah. Not a lot of flow to this game yet. Lots of stoppages, but Scott to Forget. Andy Burnham hustling over there to pick up that puck. Henry trying to pin him to the boards. Forget in there. Scott stumped. Bobro banks it off the boards to the line, not out. Burnham after it again. He falls. Terrio chops it to center. Cote has it for the Cubs. Sakalaris will skate it to center. Gets it up to Terrio. A little too far. Cote gets it for Sean Scott in the corner. And Cote throws it over on the wing to Carter. Timmy Carter ranks one off a stick up off the glass. And here's Govro for Sudbury. Major pinching in. Puck comes out to center. Cote hustling over there. And Brown will pick it up behind the Cub goal. Brown drops it back. Carter trying to tee it up, lost control of it. And Denemy has it at center. Lachance knocks his man down from behind. And we've got a penalty. Cubs are going to get a bench minor.
Definitely a call there. We're here, he could not let Claude Denemy get away with that. Whether it was a call or not a call, he could not let it go with that. Cubs.
I think what he was upset about was Lachance knocked Rivard down from behind. It wasn't a vicious check. They were tied up and he gave him a shove. And
Should have been in from behind or interference, right?
Yeah.
Puck was in there.
so the Cubs will be shorthanded, leading at 3-1. And here come the Caps in over the line, setting up on this power play. Vic at the point, throws it into the corner. Right out in front it comes, and fanning on the shot there was Peter Micheludi, little number 9. Vic up to Micheludi. Ferris bumps him in on the boards, gives him a shove. 2:33. Krieger up there forechecking. Micheludi takes a pass and takes a hit as he's flattened by Safaris. Tim's on a mission again. Krieger gets rid of it down the ice, and
Micheludi heading to the bench.
1 minute left in this Sudbury power play. So far, the Cubs have been able to control the play. Stefanuto behind his net. And now we got an interference call, I believe, here on Sudbury, as Krieger was knocked down.
Lightfoot Jeff. Maybe he was watching last night that Mighty Ducks movie. So
Yeah, that's right. Got them all pumped up for the game. Draw, puck goes into the corner. Forget throws it in behind the net. Scott there after it. He's pinned to the boards. Forget hustling over there to come up with it. Deloge working with Scott. They go to the boards. Forget right on that puck again. In 24 seconds, the Cubs will go on the power play as Major skates it to center. Throws it in, Forget lets it go, comes back to Cody at the point, he throws it in on goal, and Flick goes down and covers up.
The coaching staff was yelling and screaming at Tim Carter in the penalty box to get ready to move when he was signing autographs. I looked up and there was kids handing them papers to get them signed.
You got to take advantage of the situation.
Face out here, do you keep in the Sudbury upset have it landing along the ground. It's still a deep
Govro coming up with the puck for Sudbury. Checked by Denemy. Good hustle by Sean Denemy. Trying to come. Picks up that loose puck and fired one high and wide. I'm not using that word again.
Cubs are in the power play advantage right now. That's 53 seconds.
Forget to Brown. Stefanuto whacks it around the boards, comes to Govro. He had Ashcroft racing up the ice. Ashcroft picks up the puck. Tried to center it. Now it comes back to the point. Ashcroft turns and lets a weak one go. Marshall had no trouble with that. And here comes Forget the other way. Brown trailing the play. Denemy trying to catch up as well. Brown fans on the shot. Puck's loose. Comes back to the point. Shot in on goal. Redirected. Stefanuto will just get rid of it down the ice. And that, yeah, 4 seconds. Here's Krieger. LaChance in over the line for Sudbury. Centered it out front. And that was tipped, and I don't know where it went, but it went wide. Marshall was down. Cubs will try and get it out. And finally they do to center. Close call there for the Cubs. Scrum in the corner. Puck dug loose, and Krieger. Now Loach has it. Back for Krieger. Zafiris cranks one, and he fanned on the shot. He was looking for the hat trick on that one, Al. He could see it going in.
He was hanging on to Marty Luke's stick. And gave it a good run. Added another crease in the some shots here, but right now I got 1 for the Cubs and 2 for Sudbury so far.
Sounds about right, yeah. Poitras for the Sudbury Cara Capitals. Can't get anywhere with that. Cubs just seem to be on top of Sudbury at every move. It's been that way most of the night. Sakalaris, long pass up to Poitras, too far. Puck behind the Cup goal. Sean Smith moves in there and takes a run at his man. They go down. Out it comes to center. Deloge back into the Cub zone it goes. Poitras hustling over there. Smith takes him into the boards. Down he goes. Cubs can't get it out. Now Smith will get it up to Forget. He backhands it into the Sudbury zone, and the Cubs will change. Here comes Sakalaris. And over the line. Puck bouncing around. Finally, Major gets it up to Forget. Tried to get it to Carter. Now he'll carry it himself. Forget. Bouncing puck. They score!
Stick of Jason Fleck. Brown from Forget. 11 minutes, 52 seconds.
So the Cubs up 4-1 now here in the second period. We'll wait for the official announcement. I guess they could hear that nice and clear at home, eh?
Probably, I think so.
What do you think, Denise? We don't have to repeat that, do we?
If you didn't hear it, you can let us know, folks.
Okay.
We'll fix it next time.
Well, that's right.
And it was the same call we made. So
Yeah, you were right on.
You were
You were right
right
on. The only thing we didn't know was the time, 8:08. 4-1 Cubs. A win by the Cubs tonight will give them 29, 30? What do we got? 28, eh? 30 points.
30 points. I wonder what the most points they've ever had.
They'd be 14-1-1, and that's you know, when you think back to that loss to Timmins, they could be 14-0-1. Oh no, that was where they got the point for the overtime, eh?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Timmins comes in here in a couple of weeks. Little revenge, maybe. Here's Carter, back for the Cubs. Drops it for Denemy, couldn't control it. Micheludi tried to get it to LaChance, that missed. Here's Denemy again, in over the line for the Cubs. Trying to stick handle his way by his man, Stefanuto. He's bumped. Brown goes down in the corner. Denemy comes up with the puck, and glove to head is the call.
From here, 10 minutes, 50 seconds, 50-second period. Not a lot of excitement.
No.
Cubs definitely carrying the play. All the way.
The last time Sudbury was in here was a great game. A lot tighter and a little more end-to-end.
What did you think? Got that puck that went over the board? I'll take it home and put it up on the wall. Face off just inside the center of the blue line.
There's a long pass up the middle off a stick, and Welch was back there to cut that off and cut his man off as well. Trevor Swain was trying to get loose. Gallows checked. Safiris bumped that center. Henry turns and doesn't get it out. Krieger steals it, centered it. Nobody was there. Swain was dumped as he went in over the line. Safiris to Loach. Doesn't get it out. There's a long, weak shot on goal. Marshall stops that easily. And here's Krieger with it. Got Safiris with him. Gets the pass over to Tim Safiris, trying to cut around his man. Cutting in. Flex got it underneath him. They jammed the net, the goaltender, and Loach down there.
Loach went in on the goaltender, gave him a pretty good shot. They probably had a couple of that goal that found
Safiris sure showed a burst of speed as he cut around the defenseman. Flick held his ground. We got penalties.
John Johnson headed to the penalty box for Sudbury, and Marty Loach for the Cubs. Sudbury has an extra 2 on the board.
Yeah.
Referee Scott Murray explaining his position on the captain.
Somebody go in the box.
Pass on that rendition. See that design on the ice there from the Daypray Pacey Old Timers Tournament here last weekend. I think our crowd was just slightly more than what's here this week.
You mean for the whole weekend? That's what you meant, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Sudbury penalties, number 17, John Johnson. 2 minutes, Buffalo.
So the Cubs get the power play out of that.
Illustrated penalty number 15.
Cody behind the net. Cubs set up.
Tyler penalty 10 minutes.
Major, a little too far from Jeds that went off a skate. Back down the ice it goes.
No whistle, 2 minutes, roughing. Marty Roach, 2 minutes, roughing.
Cody having a little trouble with it behind the net.
10 minutes, 11 seconds. Serving the time penalty will be number 6.
Major. Burnham to Fourchette. He's got a clear path to the net. And Flex got it and hangs on. Jason was flying there.
Continues to have a tough time.
He's going to stay out there. He'll get one. Here's Brown, just couldn't corral it, and the Capitals get it out. Lachance dumps it down the ice, hustling in there. Taken off the puck nicely and into the boards by Rivard. And Joyal gets it up to Denemy. John Denemy in over the line. Goes to the corner. Gets it back to the point. Here's Fourchette. The Denemy at the side, and he tipped it. And that went wide. Denemy behind the net, looking in front. Cubs on the power play here. Joyal to Fourchette along the boards. Back for Denemy, side of the net. Tries to wrap around and sneak one in. Brown for Fourchette. And that's taken away by Bick and cleared to the line. Not out. Nice play by Joyal to keep that in. And he keeps it in again. Tried to get it to Brown. Now he does. Brown, weak backhander off the side of the net. And now it's cleared up. Another play. Cubs have 9 seconds left in this power play. Good puck movement by the Cubs, but no real good shots on goal.
Just that one that Denemy came out from the side instead of shooting the goal. Good effort. 7:58 left here in the second period. Cubs leading 4-1. Still not a lot of shots on goal in this period. 4 for the Cubs, 3 for Sudbury.
And as you said earlier, not much of a flow to this yet. Not much excitement, really. Except for that one flurry in the first period, the Cubs have never really been in trouble in this game. They've been in control. Here's Krieger. Tried to center it. Took another whack at it. Zafiris. Back to Sean Smith. Feeds it in. Goes wide. Carter to Krieger. He's pinned to the boards by Deloge. And we'll get a whistle. What are you laughing about now?
The guy on Sudbury team blow the whistle, so we did.
No. Well, you know, the referees listen to the coaches. When the coaches yell something, if they say blow the whistle, right? The referee blows it.
I know, when Coach Denemy yelled media, and he reacted quick. Maybe that means give me a penalty.
Yeah, that's right. Cubs win the draw. Burnham or Loach rather, trying to come out in front. He was checked. Swain for Sudbury. Trying to center it. He's knocked down. Puck along the boards. They battle for it. Zafiris got a stick on it. And now it's cleared out, and here's Krieger racing after it. He's tied up. Welch for the Cubs at his own line. Bick throws it into the Cubs zone. There's a shot off Welch's skate. And here's Krieger now back for the Cubs. To Zafiris. Smith. Here's Loach. Lets it go right on. Rebound. They bang away at it, and Flick made 2 saves. Stefanuto for Sudbury flips it high in the air, and a 2-line pass as Govro was in behind the defense.
There's a crowd. Nobody Somebody saw way behind the play. Andrew Walsh was just level. Just level. And he went off to the bit. Obvious pain. I don't know whether it was a spear or what it was. See the Sudbury coach having a talk with a guy on his team right now. Very, got his hand right in his face.
Telling me,
Having a little conversation with him.
telling him he got away with one there, and he better not try it again. Yeah.
So we have 6:36 left here in the second period. 3-4-3 and sophomore.
Here's Terrio. He's the goal scorer in this game for Sudbury, their only goal. Burnham comes up with the puck, gets it up to the center ice area. Here's Scott, lets it go off a stick. Burnham takes a run at his man. A couple of big boys out there, and there's a nice little nifty play by Forget, and he just missed. He's having a tough time getting the chances, though. Here's Sudbury. Quick shot by Ashcroft. A nice save there by Marshall. .549 left in the second. 4-1 for the Cubs. Safiris has 2. Dave Brown and Jeff Krieger with singles.
Face off would be deep in the Cubs zone. Right, goaltender Chad Marshall. You haven't had to say his name for quite some time.
No, he hasn't been very busy in this period.
Shots on goal are now tied 4-4.
Yeah, if you look at the overall shots, you'd think it was a real close game, but it hasn't been that way, really. There's a steal by Sudbury. They whack away at it in front. Marshall's down. And he hangs on. Well, Shantz had a good crack at it there, but couldn't get a stick on it.
Sudbury aren't giving up, that's for sure. They haven't been able to mount much of an attack.
No, not really.
Still in there firing on them. At least 7 Pistons.
Joel Rivard picks it up, fires it around. Comes to the point. Stefanuto keeps it in, but the Cubs will get it, and there's a pass up for Denemy. Denemy, nice move. Carter couldn't pick it up. Denemy steals it inside the line. He's got Carter, and Carter was turned the other way. He got all twisted around, couldn't control the puck. Here comes Paquette for Sudbury. Up to Micheludi. Paquette trying to get it out in front. Code moves in there, or Brown rather moving in there, and gets it to Denemy. He's going to slide it down into the Sudbury zone and head to the bench. Safiris, Loach jumping on the ice, and Krieger. Flick comes out to clear it away. Krieger has it. Cubs doing a good job of back checking. Everybody seems to be really hustling. They're like Sean Smith headed to the penalty box with LaChance. A little crowded up here tonight.
I gotta start calling the play-by-play what's going on up here.
That might cause a little problem, a few problems in the community. There's a backhand shot. Marshall down, and he's got it. Steve Gallo whacking away at a loose puck, but Marshall stopped that.
2 minutes, unsportsmanlike conduct. Sean Smith, 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike conduct. Penalty 15-39.
Check them all, Al.
4, 6, 3, 1, 6, 9. Number 4, 6, 3.
Here's Code from the faceoff for the Cubs. Gets it up for Loach, a little too far. Here's Krieger. He's got Joel in behind the defense. Oh, there's a shot off the post. Joel grabbed it and fired it, and he banked it off the goal post. Code. Ferris dumping it in. Code with it again. Throws it back into the middle. Ferris nailing his man right in front of the Cub bench. Johnson. Loach up to Krieger. Ferris. He nails another guy out there. Look out for 14. He's on the attack. Burnham nails his man into the corner. Johnson, and he's hurt in the corner. He's getting up awfully slow.
He was looking for a penalty there, Jack.
Terrio was alone in front. They couldn't get him the puck, and the Cubs will get it to the line, but not out. Burnham goes down. Now they do. Now Forget's in the clear. The puck just a little too far. Flick way out of the net. And we've got a penalty here. And the Cubs were going to get a power play, but not anymore. Now, okay.
Talking to his counterpart, captain for Sudbury,
Yeah.
We'll go ahead for the family box. Sudbury almost had enough for well, if one guy goes alone, they're okay.
Yeah.
The Cubs will have a power play here, 5 on 4, and 4-1 to score right now. 2:35 left in the second period. Face off will be deep in Sudbury's zone to the
We got things straightened out,
we
Jim?
got Dave Brown, John Denby up front, defense
And from the faceoff, comes back to Joel. Over to Major. Brown, and he banked it off the leg. I thought Major was going to crank one there, didn't you? He had the path to the net. Joel, back to Major. Joel again. Here's Brown. Major thought about it. Now Joel will try his luck. Puck in front, and Scott shot it wide. Denemy. Joel. Here's Major. He lets it go. Scores!
That was a 5-on-3 advantage the Cubs had there, Jack. I said 5-on-4, but incorrect. Strange as it may seem. Well, that goal should be Major from Joel and
Brown, was it? Or was it Denemy?
We'll see if referee Yeah. Correctly. 5-1 now for the Cubs. They still have the man advantage. 5 on 4.
I thought Major could have done that about 2 passes before.
Playing the clock.
Yeah.
Right? Grieger is the tourist, rope.
LaShawn steals, but Marshall stops him.
Illustrator penalties number 19, Jason Marquette. 2 minutes roughing. Time penalty 17 minutes, 25 seconds.
John Smith in for the penalty box here. I think it's going to be a slashing ball. Although you didn't see that happen. It'll be 4 on 4 here now. And after a minute and 9 seconds, Sudbury will have the ball again. Cubs send another Julian Cote along with Greg Major on defense. Forward line they have
Illustrator's goal was scored by number 3, Greg Major. The assist went to number 16, James Brown.
Micheludi tried to find the net from a sharp angle. Cubs got rid of it.
obviously Tim thought it was short net.
Brown and Denemy. Oh, we were. Yeah, we were wrong.
We'll have to get that changed.
Yeah, I thought Joel passed him the puck when he let it go.
16 seconds. Sean Smith for Slashkey at 18-16.
There's a blast from the point. Off the stick of Vic, and Marshall stopped it. Here comes Major. In over the line. Drops it for Krieger. Back for Major in front. Turns. Scores!
Turning into a machine.
He is. Two quick ones by Greg Major. The Cubs are up 6-1. Krieger picking up the points again tonight here, Al. A goal and 2 assists. Stefanuto for Sudbury. Skates it in over the line.
8-9-7-3.
Joel coming up with the puck. Checked over there by Gallo. Stefanuto throws one in wide of the Cub goal.
Puck deep in the Cub zone.
His name's right there.
Oh, okay.
His name is O. Henry.
Julian Cote also got an assist on that. Nice to see. I don't know where it came from.
No.
Take it.
Sure.
Julian,
He deserves it.
not at all. 25 seconds left in the penalty here to Sean Smith. And 29 seconds left in the period. Cubs with a 6-point lead.
Chad Marshall now has the best goals against average in the league, and he let in 1 goal on Sunday and 1 goal so far here tonight. So he'll do nothing to hurt his league-leading average. Flick way out of the net to clear it up to center. Loge, that pass picked off. Bourget hustling in there. Poitras gets it up. Govro. Marshall out to play it, and that will do it for period number 2. Dave Brown, Major with 2 in the second to give the Cubs a 6-1 lead, and the shots were?
Shots were 9 for Sudbury, 7 for the Cubs. Total today, 19-19.
never know it. Cubs looking good as we head into period 3. We'll be right back with that period right after this.
Santa Claus, North Pole, H-O-H-O-H-O, Canada. Hey, that's ho-ho-ho. If you write to Santa Claus, he'll write back. Wow.
Ho, ho, ho. Another letter for Santa. Time to write back to my little friends. My dear little friend, thank you for your kind letter. It means
Hey, it's from Santa. See, I told you he'd write back. Oh,
Santa Claus, North Pole, H-O-H-O-H-O, Canada.
We are back with period number 3. The Cubs with a healthy 6-1 lead heading into this final 20 minutes. It's a game that they've basically controlled most of the night.
No question about that, Jack.
99.9% of the game.
Showing a lot more zip than the Sudbury club.
But as we said before, that's why they're in first place in the Great Rugby League. Why they'll probably stay there.
No, you got that right. No, you
And right off the bat, Flick has to come up with a big save. And that's the way the game started.
he got a good save and he flicked it out with his hand, with his blocker.
But there you go.
There it was. Opportunity of a lifetime. That's right. We're starting fresh as far as shots on goal are concerned. Both teams with 19 at the end of that period. Now the Cubs, of course, got that one shot there.
I think the Cubs' 19 shots even better than Sudbury's 19 shots.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't count the one. You can't count the 6 that went in either.
From the face-off, going around the board, picked up there by Andre Paquette. Nicoludi. Slides it in on goal. John Smith there to play. Henry. Good corner. Scott in there. And here's Paquette. Back come the Capitals. Nicoludi. Around his man, throws it in front. John Scott there to clear it away. Henry has it at the point, deflected in front of the net, and Scott picks up the loose puck. Sean steals it away. Okay. Can't get it up. Cody will pick up the loose puck, and unsportsmanlike penalty going to Sean Scott.
He shot away. A Sudbury player had lost his stick. It was laying on the ice, and Sean Scott shot it away. So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It used to be a delay of game penalty. I don't know why they called it that, but that's what they called it. That's what Porky and George and MacArthur used to call it. That don't mean it's right, I suppose. Eh?
Well, MacArthur called it that, you know.
I didn't want to come right out and say that, however. And you notice he didn't rise to the challenge in referee and old-timers game.
He said this week on the record.
I heard what he said.
He said he would have done it if he would have let him do all the games.
Well, we'll give him all he wants next year. We got him a whole year to get in shape. It might take a little longer than that, but...
You're asking the impossible. Here's Fortress moving in. Right on. Marshall stopped and rebound. Puck's loose. And Denemy has it. Well behind the net. Sudbury gets it back again. And
here comes Denemy.
Denemy. Moves in. Right on. And the save by Fletcher. Hangs on to the rebound. Short-handed effort at the start.
13 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the third period. 1:11 left in the penalty, says to Sean Scott.
Setting up for man advantage. Vic tips it up for Terrio. 2 lines.
I don't know who called that, whether it was the referee or the linesman, but I think the linesman, Fred Rive, the lead linesman, I think he thought it was touched on the way through. However, we have a face-off in the Sudbury zone.
Next week, Kirk and Mike in town again.
Been a while.
Last time they were here, it was a long night for the 87. A long night for a few teams in this building this year on a Friday night, hasn't it?
Certainly have.
There's a long drive away from home. Johnson pitching up. Good hustle there by Carter to whack it out the center. Steals the puck. Stopping the Sudbury power play. Bears almost stole one there. Here's Sudbury.
Penalty's over.
On Smith on that puck. Close coming into the corner, right on. That's his job, that's the save. You like that,
Face-off will be deep in the Sudbury zone to the right of goaltender Jason Flick.
You had to say it again.
What?
Andrew's going to be on the floor and that camera's going to be pointing at the ceiling.
Again?
Only if he was in the black, I'll tell Flick on it. And if Dick gets involved, then you're really in trouble, pal. And all we need is for Sacaleras to get that. Oh boy. Here's the chance for the Capitals. Nicoluti in control. Okay. Behind that for this. Nicoluti Kodak. Biased man, speeds to the center. Goes into the Sudbury zone. 15:23 is low in the third. 6-1 Cup. Loose puck in front. Here. On it. We have a penalty coming this game, or a penalty.
Marty Loach, I don't know, the linesman taking him towards the penalty box, but I don't know what he did, other than take a couple shots in the head. Interference is going to be the call against Loach, and roughing is the call against number 3, Wayne Terrio for the...
We see that a lot at all levels of hockey, where one guy will take all the whacks and the hits, and for some reason they go for roughing. He got roughed up, I guess. So that...
apparently. He's on the score sheet. Oh, it'll be 5-on-5. Face off deep in the Sudbury zone. Denemy wins the draw.
Let's keep it in. Denemy turning in. I think we're basically in that. Round. In front. Saturday. Puck's loose, and the shot comes up with it for Sudbury. He's got Parkett with him in over the line. Turning it hard for Nicoluti. Oh, and the shot's at the end of the same goal.
Penalty number 15, Marty Loach. 2 minutes interference. Shot penalty 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Mike Henry for roughing. Marty Loach interference. 4 4 minutes, 48 seconds.
Enemy. Here's Brown chasing it in over the Sudbury line. Hit the post. Let it go along the ice. Banked it off the post. Marquette for Sudbury trying to get loose. Right on. Marshall looking for the rebound, and he's got it. And it's all.
Good shot. That shot by Dave Brown. Not very often you see a shot hit the inside of the post and not go in the net. But that's what happened on that shot. Came squirting out the far side. So the face-off goes deep in the Cub zone to the left of goaltender Chad Marshall.
Back in, so we have an onside at the Sudbury blue line. 13:31 to go here in the third. 6-1 Cubs. Pierce has a pair tonight. Jor has 2. Brown and Krieger with singles. Krieger with a double assist as well.
Face off just outside the Sudbury blue line. It'll be the pair of 19s facing off. Yeah, always forget.
Loge protected by Burnham. Ball move in, pick up the loose puck. Right outside, and
One thing about not doing the game last Sunday, Jack, I had an opportunity to stand in the crowd with my wife and watch the hockey game, and I happened to be sitting behind the grandparents of Jason Furgette, and they're very, very calm and collected watching the hockey game, very knowledgeable about the sport. I was commenting to Mr. Furgette how quiet his wife watched the game, but as the game got on, he said she gets warmed up, and it's true. As the game got going, she got a little more into it and a little more into it. Before he knew it, they were yelling at the referee. I couldn't believe it. Oh, yeah. And it was Daryl Cristo, too, and they love him dearly.
Wayne taken down and over the line. John Smith riding rump buster there. Whiskey City Roundup. Yellow, more Sudbury. Second crack at it. Here's Samaris, back center now. He's got Krieger and Burnham with him. Throws it in. Burnham centering it up. And Krieger took a back out of it. That one was. Receiving end of that check. Now here's Burnham on the near side, trying to get her up front. Oh, the Bears wound up. He took a slap shot, and all he caught was leg.
That wasn't a slap shot, it was a slapper. Slapper and a slappy. Better to be the slapper than the slappy.
We're going to have a tough time picking those stars tonight. There's good efforts on here tonight. And yeah, I know you picked them before you came, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to work your way off the list, that's all.
Drives it in. Nick takes it from Fleck, and here he comes. Long pass up the middle, got fast to make a liberty. That's what it was.
Flick of the Bic didn't work that time.
No.
The face-off will come down deep into Sudbury zone after that icing call. I think the coaches are matching lines out here. If number 9's at center, number 9's at center for the other team, and 19 and 19. Have to watch and see who Jeff Krieger has to face off against. Trevor Swain? Oh, it's preordained, is it?
Puck in the Cub zone now. And Bart bounces around behind the net. Royale picking it up. John centering it out in front. Cubs clear it away, and here comes Jimmy. Dumps it in.
Still in first place. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Now, Caps dropped off considerably.
Tied for Sudbury for 4th. North Bay at 2nd. The Cubs go to North Bay next Thursday night.
That's right.
That should be a good game.
Before they play Kirkland, they have to go to North Bay. That'll be a good one. Sudbury loses it, comes with control, centered out in front. Burnham couldn't get a stick on it. John Scott doing some good work there to get that puck out front. George. Scott and Marani. Yes, puck again. We've got another strong game here tonight. Picks it up. Not out. And now Bogo has point. That's his 6th. Krieger back the other way. Down he goes. Nicely called against Sudbury. You can sure hear that bench yelling at the players.
Well, they were yelling at Timmy Zafiris to get off the ice because he had lost his glove and was playing without one. And they 6-1 leader, you don't want to risk an injury to a guy who's an integral part of their team this year like Tim Zafiris has. Well, face-off becomes deep in the Cub zone. Well, you don't want to lose anybody, but especially a guy like that. Face-off become deep in the Sudbury zone. 9:19 left here in the 3rd period. The Cubs with a comfortable 6-1 lead.
I told you earlier, Tim Carter called up on the line to replace Greg Brown heading out this game. There's McAlooney walking in. He took a couple of whacks at it, but Marshall's got it. Slashing call coming up here, too. I
don't know who that call is going to be against. I think, too.
He gets stopped on the breakaway. You got a slashing call on the same.
He did a pretty good whack at goaltender Chad Marshall after he had stopped the breakaway. Or semi-partial breakaway, I guess. Jim Johnson over talking to the referee Scott Poirier, saying, what the hell is going on here, buddy? What are you supposed to do? There's no whistle gone, so he hits at the puck. Scott says, sorry, if he was hitting at the puck, I wouldn't have heard him hit the pads. So, Cubs take a power play here.
Almost by glancing at your shot total for this period, it's even.
One more each and they'll be tied.
Here's Carter. Puck's loose. Let's stop flat. And it's cleared away. 1 minute left in the Cup 9 advantage. Resort. Over the gentleman. Behind the play, Burnham caught up with Dobro, and here's Mazor the other way. Steps on front and slashing. Dobro and Welch. Mazor back there to pick it up. Ooh. And Jake. See what comes out of this.
21 Krieger heading for the box for sure, and 20 for Sudbury heading for the box. It was when he hit Forget the first time, it was sort of a semi-knee, and I almost guarantee you that Mrs. Forget Senior was on that one. But so Sudbury man heads for the box. He already had a penalty, and then he got hit by Krieger. So I think we'll end up even here. That's what it looks like on the board there right now. Face-off will be just outside the Cub blue line. Cubs send out Sean Denemy along with Marty Loach and Tim Safaris. They're the forward line. They got Sean Smith and Julien Cote on defense. I think they got those penalties backwards. I think it's Ashcroft for interference and Krieger for slashing.
That was a rough ship for Jason there.
Ooh, yeah. He's back out on the ice now, though.
Yep.
They screwed up. They got 9 against 19 at center right there.
Yeah, just when we thought we had
somebody missed a shift, eh?
Top of the cup. Cut off. Guard keeps it in. Well. Hitting on the board by Loach. Loach comes up with the puck. Trying to center it. And the pick takes over for Sudbury. Macaroni. He's tackled. There's a little bit of penalty here in the cup. Guard's going to go. That's the puck, and there's the ball.
Oh, I'm sure.
Around and put a bear hug on him and brought him down.
Rivard will head to the box here now. He's got 2, and number 16 for Sudbury is going to the box too. He gave Claude Rivard a bit of a, or Luke Troyal should say, a bit of a ride over on the far side of the net. The face-off will be deep in the Cub zone. Not that big a crowd here tonight, Jack. There's a few teams out of town, tournaments and so on. So.
Yeah, you're prolonging that.
Gig. So the face-off will be deep in the Cub zone. Still 6-1.
And the ESSM Apollo were in Huntsville. On their way home.
On their way home.
Boston, the finals.
North Bay?
Overtime.
Oh, jeez. Good
effort
game.
by the Apollo. Any of the boys are watching this game tonight, we congratulate you on a good effort down there.
Sudbury's penalties, number 16, Andre Paquette. 2 minutes, roughing. Illustrious penalty, number 20, Claude Ricard. 2 minutes, holding.
5:42 left in the third period. Cubs leading 6-1.
On the face-off, Carter.
And the shots on goal are tied up again at 8 in this period.
Tim Carter just might get the itch to want to play AAA Michigan again on a full-time basis. He's playing well out there tonight.
Yeah, he is.
Really helpful.
Now we got 9 against 19, the other teams. I don't know. These coaches just can't catch on, Jack.
They want to see if we're paying attention. There's the top of the point. Goes wide. Doodle keeping it in. Momentarily now here's Denemy. On Denemy wants to go. Right on. Very close to it. Carter hustling from there. Trying to dig in three. Brown comes up with it. 9 minutes to Carter. Gets the shot to Wells. A whack at it. Doodle clears it. Look up line. Igor. 9 and then he goes. Checked there by Sudbury player. Welch. Takes the hit. Carter went down. Welch gets it up the center.
It's offside.
Look out. 4:30 up in the third, 6-1 for the Cubs.
Should have been an icing offside call here at the Cub blue line. The puck came almost from the red line in on the goal, and there was 2 Sudbury players inside the blue line. However, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left, yeah.
The players, they skate off the ice. Andy Burnham off the board, he puts up, taking the puck down into the Sudbury zone, puts comes out for play. Again, trying to get it back to 1 second. Here comes Bobro for Sudbury. Chris Cherry with him. That's knocked down and cleared out. Jet turning on the Jets now. Everybody's man. He's got Burnham in the slot. Couldn't get him the puck. And here's Terry for Sudbury. Johnson. Dumps it in behind the top net, and we got an interference call, I think, coming up here to
Sean Smith, definitely. Knocked the Sudbury player over in front of the net. Long ways away from the play.
1 or a 7 out on that clock.
That's a 7, Jack. Hard to tell from here, but that's what it is.
A couple of bulbs burned out up there. Gotta get the bear up there with a ladder. Do some work around here for a change. You ever think they're gonna get that?
I hope he doesn't take Dickie Bird's place there next week on your show there Friday. He may not
Maybe
take
even
kindly to
less
that.
You're still waiting for that light and everything above the cup net.
Well, it's a special issue. It's being made in Japan. It's on the boat.
2 minutes, cross-checking. Time penalty, 16 minutes, 13 seconds.
No, the
Sean Smith, 2 minutes, cross-check. 16-13.
with the park setter, the 99. Good man. Nickelodeon and over the line. Gets in front. Cleared away. Nick. Throws it over to Sakalaris. He tried to one-time a shot. Didn't get much on that. Krieger comes up with it. He's getting a little physical here. We wind the game down. Sakalaris doesn't keep it in. It just comes out. Freddie Rive right on the job.
This one, Sean Smith was heading towards the penalty box. I haven't overheard from the players' bench. Greg Major telling the players, let's stay on the ice, you guys. We got to protect that goals against average. That shows he's thinking a little bit about what's going on for the team. So the face-off will be just outside the Cub blue line here now. Major and Walsh on defense. Up front is Zafiris and Andy Burnham.
Stefanuto cranks one. Marshall's got it. Cleared away and to the line, but not out. Stefanuto again lets it go, and Marshall gloves that one and hangs on. Just seems so calm in there and confident. In control almost all the time.
Yeah. Andrew Welsh had a chance to clear the puck out of the zone and didn't get it out. So he's coming into the bench.
Power play, and we approach the 2-minute mark left here in the hockey game. Burnham still in the play. Here's Safiris all alone in front. Takes a clever look at it and collects. Rubs him as Safiris was looking for the hat trick.
Face off deep in the Sudbury zone after that good chance for Tim Safiris. I haven't seen a short-handed goal for a little while that I recall, Jack. It would have been nice.
Cubs won another face-off. I think they've won about 97%.
Yeah, they're doing very well on the face-offs tonight. Last year they had a lot of trouble with face-offs.
Enemy's stealing the puck. There it is! Is that a short-handed goal?
No.
Or it wasn't?
No.
Just a little too late.
Just a little bit too much too late. The enemy's been waiting to unload with that big shot tonight. They got the opportunity there, closing minute for the game. Minute and a half left. Cubs with a 7-1 lead.
Watching the game last Sunday against the Sioux with Vern Bowbro. Cubs were playing the old Aggie.
Lucky you.
You hadn't seen the Cubs, and watching the Cubs play it, he was very impressed with many of the players. John Dennemy's anticipation of the shot. He showed it on that play right there. Hanging one over. There he goes. There they come again. And Flick dives across and covers the far post. Last minute of play in the third period.
What's that say? Oh, that says Brown, does it?
John Scott with the puck. Centered it. And Flick was there. Let's take it. That's what Only the old ones. There's a long high drive off the
Yeah,
He hasn't done that for a while.
Yeah, well, that guy was pushing him or running after him a little bit, LaShawn, so I guess Andy must have talked to him a little bit about the army boots he was wearing tonight or something. I'm not quite sure. 30 seconds left in the game. Andy just pointed to the scoreboard and said, look up there, buddy. Read him and weep.
So with this victory, the Cubs will have 30 points, a record of 14-1-1. Of course, they'll remain atop the regional bid
Sudbury's number 24, Mike.
A 5-point lead on second place.
Illustrated penalty, number 6, Andy Burnham. 2 each unsportsmanlike conduct. Time penalties, 15 minutes, 30 seconds. Mike Shannon. Andy Burnham. 2 each unsportsmanlike. 15 minutes.
This game ends with a flurry.
The Cubs go out of here tonight with a 7-1 victory. A little bit of a kerfluffle there at the end, but we still have to call the game, Jack, and I think it's over.
Yeah, over the final.